on the Salisbury Plain of England, amidst thick veils of fog. Stonehenge, a colossal circle of stones, each weighing tens of tons, has stood for over 5,000 years, its purpose shrouded in mystery. Each sarsen stone rises up to 7 meters, weighs over 25 tons, and is arranged with near absolute precision. No blueprints, no metal, no traces of wheels, yet someone. In the Neolithic era, built a structure UNESCO calls the pinnacle of primordial geometric thought. But is primordial truly accurate? New studies using AI and LiDAR reveal that Stonehenge is not merely an architectural feat, but may be an energy-resonating machine, precisely aligned with the sun, the moon, and Earth's magnetic field. If this is true, Stonehenge is not just a relic of the past, it is an ancient blueprint of an intelligence we have yet to fully comprehend, according to archaeologists. Stonehenge was constructed in 3 phases, spanning over 1,000 years, beginning around 3000 BC. Yet, what baffles scientists is not its age, but how it was created. The current structure comprises 2 types of stone sarsen: a hard sandstone sourced from the Marlborough Downs, nearly 30 kilometers away, and bluestone, a distinctive blue rock found only in the Preseli Hills of Wales, over 240 kilometers distant, transporting stones weighing 4 to 8 tons across mountains, rivers, and marshes without wheels or draft animals seems nearly impossible. Researchers once hypothesized that ancient people may have dragged the stones on wooden rafts or slid them over ice, but no evidence supports such mechanisms in the Neolithic period. The remaining traces show the stones were positioned with an accuracy of less than 2 degrees, a precision unattainable by mere eyesight. Stonehenge's layout includes a large stone circle, paired lintel-topped columns forming P-shaped gates, and 44 Aubrey holes evenly spaced around the perimeter. Together, they create a concentric geometric structure, its main axis aligned with the sunrise on the summer solstice, the most critical moment in the ancient agricultural calendar. However, recent ground-penetrating radar GPR studies have uncovered additional tunnels and underground pits extending beyond the central area, suggesting Stonehenge was part of a larger network possibly linked to other stone temples around Wiltshire. This raises a new question. Is Stonehenge truly a standalone structure, or merely a central hub in an ancient system spanning Britain, a system science has yet to fully map? From a distance, Stonehenge appears as a simple collection of rough stones arranged in a circle, but when archaeologists began scanning with high-precision lasers, an entirely different picture emerged. The massive sarsen stones are polished to a margin of error less than 1.5 millimeters, while their horizontal and vertical joints interlock using a mortise and tenon technique identical to modern woodworking. This is no coincidence. A materials engineer from Oxford University stated, "To create such a joint system, you need to understand force transmission, center of gravity, and torque concepts not formally defined until 4,000 years later. Even more, some horizontal lintels are carved with slight curved grooves to evenly distribute weight, preventing cracks over time. This shows the builders not only knew how to erect stones, but designed them to endure millennia." When acoustic researchers tested sound through the gaps between the stones, they discovered a resonance effect. Each sarsen stone responds at a frequency of about 100 Hz, and when activated simultaneously, they create standing waves in the central space. The sound echoes clearly, reverberating as if in a modern acoustic chamber. One hypothesis suggests Stonehenge was designed to amplify ritual sounds, but the precision of this phenomenon leads many scientists to wonder, how could people of that era calculate the resonant frequency of stone? Experiments by the Acoustic Archaeology Lab 2023 showed that when wind passes through the stone gaps during the summer solstice, air pressure generates a low hum, closely matching the brain's oscillations in deep meditative states. This leads to a bolder hypothesis. Stonehenge may influence human consciousness through acoustic resonance. Some experts call this resonant consciousness, where sound, matter, and biology converge at the same frequency. If true, Stonehenge is not merely an observatory or ritual site, but a spiritual device programmed to synchronize the human body with the earth. But who programmed it? And how did they achieve precision surpassing even modern technology? Using only crude stone tools. The answer may not lie on the ground, but in how we reconsider the past. In 2024, a collaborative project between the University of Cambridge, NASA, and the British Institute of Archaeology scanned the entire Stonehenge area using LiDAR and 3D geomagnetic sensors technology capable of detecting geological deformations down to the millimeter. The initial goal was to map the foundation, but the data revealed something unexpected. Stonehenge is not just a solitary stone circle. Beneath the surface, AI uncovered a network of symmetrical spiral structures extending over 500 meters beyond the central area. When all data was fed into a quantum acoustic simulation system, researchers found that the stone's positions align with the nodes of natural resonant waves. Each stone acts as a sound magnetic reflector, and together, the structure generates an energy torsion field, resembling what modern physics calls a vortex resonance structure. AI calculations showed that when wind reaches an average speed of 15 km/h, the sarsen stones emit oscillations at 90 to 110 Hz, in phase with the Schumann resonance of 7.83 Hz through higher-order harmonic resonance. This means Stonehenge amplifies the Earth's natural energy, a colossal geomagnetic resonator tuned by precise geometry. When researchers compared this data with other ancient sites like Pumapunku, Bolivia, and Angkor Wat, Cambodia, AI identified a shared geometric pattern, the ratio 1:F_POII, recurring in the layouts of all three sites. This alignment cannot be random. A physicist in the research team remarked, "It's as if someone understood the laws of planetary resonance thousands of years ago and carved them into the Earth with stone." Scientists call this the acoustic geometry hypothesis, the theory that ancient civilizations may have grasped the connection between sound, geometry, and natural energy, using it to create stable resonant zones. For Stonehenge, this explains why the structure has endured over 5,000 years of storms and earthquakes, not due to cement or mechanical engineering, but through a design perfectly attuned to the Earth's frequency. If true, Stonehenge is not merely a monument, but a planetary-scale resonance machine, programmed with mathematics, energy, and sound. For centuries, Stonehenge was seen as an ancient solar observatory, but modern astronomical simulation technologies reveal it is far more complex. In 2025, when the entire structure was input into the Stellar Alignment AI, a tool used by NASA and ESO to simulate past celestial positions, the model produced a result that stunned the research team. Stonehenge's main axis not only aligns with the sunrise on the summer solstice, but also with the moonset on the winter solstice, forming a perfect 180-degree symmetry between the two celestial cycles. The deviation between these axes is only 0.26 degrees, suspiciously precise, especially considering the builders had no concept of longitude, latitude, or star charts. When AI simulated the sky of 3000 BC, it found that the secondary stone circles and Aubrey holes also mark the moon's 18.6-year cycle, a phenomenon modern astronomy calls the lunar nodal cycle. This suggests Stonehenge's builders observed and calculated the moon's long-term movements possible only with multi-generational data. But the most shocking discovery came when AI analyzed the overall geometric proportions. The distance between Stonehenge's outer and inner circles corresponds exactly to a 1:3.66 ratio, matching the diameter ratio between the Earth and the Moon. This cannot be a coincidence. From above, Stonehenge's structure mimics the relative positions of the Earth, Moon, and Sun during a total lunar eclipse. In other words, the structure may be a planetary model built to observe and simulate cosmic phenomena. Even more, when cross-referenced with ancient Babylonian star maps, AI found that Stonehenge aligns with the Orion constellation around 3150 Samba, the same constellation targeted by the Giza pyramids and Angkor Wat. Three structures, separated by half the globe, align with a single starband. Researchers call this global celestial synchronization. How could civilizations separated by thousands of years of information share the same celestial focus? A bold hypothesis suggests they may have shared a common star map one humanity has yet to rediscover. Or, as some astrophysicists half-jokingly propose, perhaps they weren't looking to the sky for guidance, but trying to send a signal to a specific place out there. When all archaeological, astronomical, and acoustic data lead to unanswerable questions, researchers turn to what ancient people believed the sky. According to Celtic legend, Stonehenge's builders were not ordinary people, but druid priests, called Keepers of the Light. They believed knowledge of the stars, seasons, and Earth's energy was not learned, but bestowed by visitors from among the stars. For centuries, this was dismissed as myth, But recent AI models have revived the hypothesis. When scientists overlaid Stonehenge's data onto a planetary energy map, they found the structure sits at the center of one of 7 global energy axis lines connecting other ancient sites: Giza, Angkor, Machu Picchu, and Pumapunku. The alignment led some experts to propose the Earth grid hypothesis that ancient monuments worldwide were not randomly placed, but part of a deliberately designed network. If so, Stonehenge may not only be a religious site, but a station in a planetary resonance network where humans communed with the Earth, and perhaps with something beyond it. In ancient Druid texts, an Ogham inscription reads, "We do not build to pray, we build to listen." It sounds like a message across time. Is Stonehenge truly a device for receiving cosmic energy, or merely a symbol of a lost faith? The question divides scientists. One side calls it belief, the other, a memory of knowledge beyond Earth. If Stonehenge is truly the pinnacle of ancient engineering and knowledge, what happened afterward? The answer is nothing. After Stonehenge was completed around 2000 BC, stone construction techniques in Europe completely regressed. Later monuments were mere rough stones, haphazardly arranged, with no trace of the joints, alignments, or geometric precision that made Salisbury's legend. No texts, no carvings, no evidence records how the structure was built. It's as if the knowledge that created Stonehenge vanished with its last keepers. Unpassed, uninherited, only the silent stones remain as witnesses to a civilization that quietly faded into oblivion. The Celts who later arrived gazed at Stonehenge with awe. They called it the Circle of the Gods, but even they did not know which gods, or why. Historians call this the knowledge collapse, a sudden fall from a peak of understanding, leaving no trace of transition. A spark flared in the long night of history, brilliant, then gone. Perhaps this is Stonehenge's greatest mystery. Not how it was built, but why humanity forgot how to do it. In 2025, a team from the University of Cambridge and NASA Ames launched the Resonant Earth Initiative, using artificial intelligence to reconstruct how Stonehenge interacts with the planet's natural energy. They sought to answer, can a stone structure truly function in a physical sense? AI was programmed to simulate seismic vibrations, wind frequencies, and Earth's magnetic field, analyzing how the sarsen stones respond. The results stunned physicists. Stonehenge oscillates at a resonant frequency of 7.8 Hz, nearly identical to the Earth's Schumann frequency, the electromagnetic pulse encircling the globe. This means the ancient structure naturally synchronizes with the planet's rhythm, like a geomagnetic energy amplifier. Geophysical sensors recorded that the area inside the stone circle has a magnetic field intensity 15 to 18% higher than outside, and it fluctuates slightly throughout the day. Some experts call this geomagnetic resonance, while NASA's AI team likened it to an energy regulation network. If true, Stonehenge was not built just to gaze at the sky, but to connect with the Earth below. LiDAR scans of the subsurface revealed another astonishing detail. The underground pits around Stonehenge are arranged in a spiral wave pattern, resembling the geometry of a torus energy field, describing how energy flows in the planet's magnetosphere. AI concluded Stonehenge was designed on principles modern physics only named in the 21st century, achieving stability through resonance rather than resistance. If true, this structure is not just proof of engineering prowess, but an ancient energy map, where humans found a way to align their frequency with the Earth's pulse. Amid England's frigid plains, Stonehenge stands silent, immobile, yet alive in a way only time can perceive. For 5,000 years, every theory has circled the same question: who built it, and why? But perhaps the truer question is, why did they choose this way, harmonizing with the Earth's laws instead of defying them? Modern technology, AI scans, and quantum analysis only teach us one thing. Stonehenge's builders didn't aim to create a symbol, but a rhythm resonating with the Earth, the sky, and perhaps with human consciousness itself. Like Angkor Wat in the East or Pumapunku in the Andes, Stonehenge is not just a structure, but an equation in stone. A message that there was once a time when humans knew how to live with this planet's energy. Perhaps that's an illusion, or perhaps it's the last trace of a knowledge beyond our limits.